What's up, actors? Mike Moreno here from the Actor CEO podcast, here with another bit of entertainment news that I think actors should be aware of. Today, we're looking at this article in The Atlantic talking about Hollywood's Tenant experiment failed. So, Tenant is a movie, maybe you know, it's been really hyped up for a little while and has been delayed in terms of release. It was a movie directed by Christopher Nolan. It looks very cool. Honestly, I cannot wait to see it. But I'm not going to see it in the theater. So you can see the subtitle here. It says Christopher Nolan's blockbuster was supposed to save U.S. theaters, and now the future looks bleaker than ever. So as you dive into this article, they give you some details here. And of course, the film had been delayed, but at the time it released, which is a few weeks ago now, it looks like over 3 weeks ago, Tenet has made more than $207 million globally, which is, a fairly respectable number. I'm not exactly sure how much it costs to make and market, but that's a pretty good number globally. However, in the United States, which is where, a lot of films really look to make a lot of money very quickly, it has only grossed $30 million since August 31st, which apparently is a very low number and a very slow number, and that is scaring other major movies off their release schedules. So if theaters were film theaters, if they were struggling before, man, they're going to be in a really tough position right now. Obviously, the pandemic has been a problem, and a lot of theaters have gone to lowered capacity. Many did not open. It does say in this article that across the U.S., there were 44 states that were allowing some theaters to open, 44 in order to ensure that, they had some sort of bounce back. And they were hoping that Tenet, which was one of the major films to come out during this time, was going to be some of that support, but it turns out that it's probably not. They're talking about Tenet's lackluster overall performance has now started a domino effect, which is unfortunate. Wonder Woman 1984, which is obviously a sequel to Wonder Woman, has been bumped to October 2nd or to Christmas. Oh, sorry, from October 2nd to now Christmas. So multiple months of delay for that movie. And then also it looks like Universal's film Candyman has also been delayed until sometime, nobody knows when, in 2021. So, and then it goes into a number of other films that have also been bumped. So that's, kind of a problem here. And this is a tragic event that movie theaters are going to have to deal with for a long time. Nobody really knows. I mean, this article doesn't really have a conclusion on how this is going to work out. It says here at the bottom, if things were already looking bleak for American cinema, the immediate future now looks catastrophic. So again, why do I think that this is important for actors to understand? This is something that happens at the top of the industry and then rolls down. Whatever effects come from this, many of which we don't know yet, affect our industry in ways that are unprecedented, in ways that we can't necessarily expect, and in ways that we might not be able to control. But it is important to know what is happening in the industry, because those who make decisions based on this evidence will then make decisions which then affect our ability to work, others' ability to work, cast, crew, and everyone else involved in the filmmaking process. We will see what happens with theaters. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think theaters are going to be able to do, how they're going to be able to survive, or maybe they turn into something else, right? Maybe Netflix ends up buying up a bunch of theaters and does their releases there. Maybe Amazon buys, Apple buys a bunch of theaters and does their releases there in order to get the content that they're creating. Maybe Disney does, and the content that they're creating into the hands, or rather into people's eyeballs, right, into their physical space, without worrying so much about the theater itself making money, because the entire system owns it at that point. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. You let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. And thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. For more great interviews, insight, and more, click the next video and be sure to subscribe.